They are confused on the eschatology. That's why Romans 11 is so important, because listen to this. If some of the branches were broken off and you being a wild olive tree were grafted in, there's the imagery. We're one tree.
One tree.
We've been grafted in as one tree. So the Gentiles belong to the Israel of God.
You have the same thing in Hebrews chapter 3, because Moses is a servant in the house, but there's one house. And Jesus is the heir, and he builds the house, and it's his house.
Right.
Moses is just a servant, but there's only one house.
Yeah. Paul celebrates the end of Romans 11. Oh, the wisdom and depths of the wisdom, mighty, how unsearchable are his ways and his judgments. Why? Because what he sees is God bringing together Jew and Gentile as one. And this is what he says in Ephesians 2, right? The two he has made one, breaking down the middle wall of separation, having abolished it. In other words, there is no distinction anymore in God's salvation history and plan between Jew and Gentile. He's broken down that wall. So when we elevate one nation as the apple of God's eye in Israel, Old Covenant Israel, who really functions under the law still, that's 2 Corinthians 3, right? To this day, they can't see. The veil's over them. The law is their light. Not the gospel, not Christ. They haven't turned to their Messiah.
It's a return to Old Covenant.
You're returning to the Old Covenant, and that's why dispensationalism wants to erect the temple.
It's a return to the Old Covenant.
Right.
Which is obsolete.
It's obsolete. Be the greatest,
that's Hebrews.
Be
it's
the
obsolete.
greatest blasphemy.
Going back to Old Covenant is apostasy in the book of Hebrews.
It'd be the greatest blasphemy to resurrect the temple and do sacrifice and offering again.
Terrible.
It would just be awful.
It's a denial of the real temple and the real sacrifice.
That's what I say to dispensationalists. I say, so you want the temple going? Well, of course, that's biblical prophecy. Do you want sacrifice and offering reinstated when Christ, Hebrews makes really clear, only one sacrifice made? And that all those sacrifices, that it's sufficient.
The sufficiency of Christ.
Do you want the temple without the sacrifice?
The priest in the order of Melchizedek.
Yeah. Do you want the temple?
That's not the Levites.
Right. But imagine the temple without the sacrifice. It serves no purpose.
Right.